Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another vlog. This episode is going to be a bit different than usual because I am with no one. It's just me, myself and I. It's been a while since I traveled alone. It's been almost 4 years or more than 4 years. But the last time I traveled alone I didn't make a vlog. This time it's going to be different. I'm starting off here in the airport of Berlin in Germany. I'm just doing here inside. This gate is quite quiet to start the video, and I noticed that outside it's already like -1 degree. I've been complaining about the weather in Lisbon, but I guess after this trip I'll be a bit humble. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. Probably I won't be able to record a lot of things, for example when I'm at night, or maybe if it's too cold I will hesitate in picking up the camera. But yeah, let's see. It's going to be a bit unusual. There's not here anyone to say no to stupid things. And so far, I think I'm going to take some sort of train to the city center. I'm staying in a hostel called St. Christopher Inn, but I'll show it in a bit. And probably I'll walk around. I'll go to a place, if I can find a table, that a friend of mine, Matea, that you've seen her in previous vlogs in Paris, she recommended. She always gives great recommendations when it comes to restaurants. And after doing this afternoon, the only thing that I've booked is a museum, but it's not an usual museum that people visit here in Berlin. It's called the Disgusting Food Museum. Alright, so I'm in such a hurry that I forgot that in this vlog I haven't taken 1 minute to show a bit of Berlin around. So right now I'm entering the museum. I'm sure I will show it more tomorrow, but I'm just taking this minute to show a bit of Berlin. Okay, before we jump into inside of museum. So this is what Berlin feels like. Alright, so somehow I made it to the Disgusting Food Museum, and the first thing they give you here is this bag in case you need to throw up or spit. And the first table that I'm seeing here is basically COVID 101 or Corona 101. Also, before I start recording this, if you're kind of sensitive to this kind of stuff, maybe you should skip this part of the video. So you have been advised. This was the disclaimer before I show you, because I don't know how bad it's going to be, but if they are giving you the bag, so this is a good sign. So we have here the Corona lunch. The bat, and this is like real stuff. So you can see here the bat smells strong of urine during cooking, but the meal is described slightly sweet. Nah, there's a lot of things in this museum that I cannot show like on a YouTube video. I'm sorry, maybe I can show to some of my friends in a private thing. I will show this one because this is unreal and it's not super disgusting, but it's a cheese that's been forbidden in the United States. So I'm gonna read you here the description. Actually, I can show you. So, okay, warning. Eating live maggots is risky, and dinners need to protect their eyes from jumping larvae, as they can survive inside their host and bore through intestine walls. This cheese is banned in the EU, in Europe actually. I don't know if I said United States, but I bet it's also banned there. Look at this. What? You need to wear protection to eat these cheese. Imagine one of these larvae jumping right in your eye. And you think you know people that are weird. Who the fuck eats kangaroo anus? This doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna show you here the things that I'm looking at. Penis. Kangaroo anus? Like, what? This is definitely not sure if it's a good experience or a bad experience, but an experience nonetheless. Okay, this one is actually quite disgusting. I don't know how people can eat this, and I only smelled a bit, and it was far away. This is like the food that the fish eat, you know, but even worse. Alright, the temperature is always dropping and dropping. Now that I got the disgusting museum out of the way, hopefully I'll be able to make it. This is the Mall of Berlin, by the way. Hopefully I'll make it to the German Spy Museum. I didn't book a reservation, but I saw that they are open until a bit later. And yeah, this was a fun museum, surely a different experience. I guess a lot of people that come to Berlin, probably this would be the first pick. I met two interesting characters there. One of the guys just decided to eat the durian fruit, which is really one of the smelliest things in the world. He also was unfazed by that horrible fish, Strumowsk. I don't remember the name. But well, I'm glad I bumped into those two guys, because I ended up trying the bugs and the chili liquor that they had in the reception. And the bugs, honestly, they are crunchy. They were basically just fried, so there's like no seasoning. Honestly, I've tried like worse cereals than those insects. But the thing is, I feel like I cannot eat those bugs a lot without drinking water, because they really definitely dry out your mouth. And now you can see from my... I actually cannot see it on the camera, but it's like super cold right now. I'm like exhaling vapor right now, and yeah. It's time for me to head to the museum, and I'll update you there. And hopefully, if I have some time, maybe I'm cramming too much things in this Friday. I've been awake since 5 a.m. But I saw a place where you can throw axes, like tomahawks, and I'm curious to see about that place after the German Spy Museum. But first, we need to get that museum first. And yeah, I'll just walk around. I'm trying to avoid public transportation so that I can see the most out of this city. So yeah, that's it for this update, and I'll see you in a bit. I have limit on the camera. I lose a bit of mobility, but that's nice. This is a cool thing. I think I'm going to drop the camera and try again. Okay, there are here some things that are really crafty from back in the day. I cannot imagine the tools that nowadays secret agencies have for spies. Look at this umbrella here, it's absolutely absurd. So you can see here, this umbrella has like poison. So you go next to the person and you like it, in a few days it dies. Let me see if I can have the video representation here. I'm gonna wait a bit. Well, now that I've concluded my tour in the German Spy Museum, I have to say it was one of my favorite museums I've ever visited. It was a good mixture of like fun activities to do with a lot of like knowledge and interesting stuff. The way everything was integrated, I was actually surprised. I will head to the hostel because I'm still 50 minutes away, so it's still a lot of walking. I've walked a lot today and I'm awake since 5 a.m. So I guess my plan for today is probably to have dinner at the hostel, because they have like a bar and a restaurant there. Maybe drink a few pints and talk with random people and probably go to sleep. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are live in the second day of this vlog in Berlin. I wanted to be realistic. I wanted to wake up earlier, and I did. I woke up like at 7 a.m. but I looked myself in the mirror. I was feeling quite energetic, like both of my eyes were super red, and I feel like I was looking at the mirror and my reflection was saying, really, you want to pull another day with just like 3 or 4 hours of sleep? So I went back to bed, and I decided to have a more calm approach in the morning. Also, I had breakfast included in the hostel, so probably could get the night even cheaper, but it was a nice touch having the breakfast. One funny thing about the hostel is that they have like a bar underneath. It's part of the hostel itself, I think, where they have like a sports bar, and it's quite cool to meet like a lot of people, yet it's super noisy. But when I return to my room, you cannot hear anything, so that's a really nice touch. Today, honestly, I'm feeling different. I don't know, I'm just gonna wing it and see wherever it takes. I want to enjoy this cloudy day to walk around the city. Yesterday I did a lot of kilometers, today I'll try to do the same, but it's like super cold, and whenever I see something fun, I guess I will just pick up the camera and resume the vlog. Alright, another update since the last time I picked up the camera. So I went to the Pergamon Museum, which was quite nice, but it was also a strategic stop for me to warm a bit down. Then I also went to see a German Christmas market and the library, but my hands are, this is ridiculously cold. It's so cold that I met like a Turkish girl, and she asked me to take like a few photos because she was also traveling alone, and she looked at my hands and she was like, no, your hands are looking like terrible, I don't know if you can see them, and she even like gave me a bit of cream, and I'm wearing the gloves, but just from taking the gloves, taking the camera out, taking like my phone and those kind of things, I don't know how I see a lot of people here just walking casually without any gloves while I'm here and I'm dying. This just proves that I am too used to the Portuguese weather. Right now I'm next to the Brandenburg gate, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names, but you can see it here. And yeah, I am getting hungry. I will just explore this area, walk a bit down. And during that market, I think my hands were like this because I was seeing like through old newspaper, old postcards, like bills from like the marks from World War II and the previous currency of Germany, and I wasn't wearing like the gloves, and I think that's why I spent way too much with them like this moment right now. And I don't know what I'll do this afternoon, but I feel like doing something random, and if I do, I will let you know here in the vlog. So yeah, for now, this is it. After a schnitzel and a big beer, trying to hit myself up in a regular German restaurant, here I am next to the Berlin Wall, or some remains of it. I wanted to do something random, which was going on that balloon 150 meters in the sky, but due to weather conditions the balloon is not working at the moment, so I guess I'll just see the Berlin Wall, see a bit of this side of the city. Also, the battery of my camera is dying. I see the flash scoring a bit, so I don't know how much I will be able to vlog. I still have one battery left, but yeah, this is just a quick update before I freeze to death. Now I'm wearing like my gloves 24/7, and yes, this is it. This part of Germany. Alright, the temperature keeps dropping here in Berlin. Now we have evidence of the first snowflakes falling. Probably if this keeps up, tomorrow we will have snow here in the city. Also, I'm here in this checkpoint from the Berlin Wall. Let me see if I can actually show it. Sorry. So there's a big group there. Alright, update. It is raining quite a lot outside. It's just not rain. Sometimes it's snow, sometimes it's ice. I don't know if you can see here because I always wear shades of black, so you cannot see how wet I am right now. And I decided to make a quick stop. I'm heading back to the hostel for the time being, and I'm here in this place called Palace Cellar. And Palace Cellar. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the German name. I can show you it inside, but the building is located in the museum island, and yeah, this is how it looks like. There's the name. I don't know if you can read it on the screen. I can see. At this point I'm just considering a hot shower or maybe finding a spa here in Berlin, which they are famously known for that as well. So we'll see how this plays out, but I need to secure my camera even better in my bag, because otherwise this camera is not waterproof. I'll be in serious trouble. So yeah. So apparently there are some free museums here in this building, which by the way is huge. Sorry for my hair, I had the beanie all day. And they are free, so I'm going to check them out before I go to the hostel. Okay, this museum is quite huge, but I enjoy this little feature, these beds here. So I'm doing a tactical break. I hope I don't fall asleep. But just because of this museum is already top notch. Well, they told me that the museum was big. I didn't imagine it was this big. I've been here like for ages and I'm still in like one floor. They even have an entire boat from fish, you can see here. I'm sorry for my hair again. This is completely like absurd. They divide this museum by like geographical spaces like Africa, Oceania, America, and it's quite fascinating, and they have like a lot of exhibitions. So I probably, if you're watching this vlog and you come back one day, you will see things different than what I'm seeing right now. I'm impressed. And it's better than the alternative to be outside catching all the wind, the rain and the ice and the snow. Okay, low-key I'm having flashbacks from the Louvre. This museum never ends, and I just read they have buildings inside. Who has buildings inside a museum? This doesn't make any sense. It's like rooms and endless rooms and more giant rooms. This never ends. Bring me the cold back. I just want to leave at this point. But this is a fantastic museum. It's just that I feel like I've reached my museum quota for the day. Nah, this is ridiculous. I thought I was already in the last floor, and somehow they managed to squeeze a floor inside the floor. Well, Alright. How are you doing? This is the sign that the vlog is ending. These rings, these bells from the cathedral. Right now I'm feeling super tired, but you know it's been a good vacation when you end up more tired than when you started. Probably I should wait for this the noise to dwell down a bit before I continue talking. So just see you in a bit. Alright, now that I moved like 2 kilometers away from the cathedral, I'm here in a building called Futurium. I'm gonna check this out, and sorry for this vlog being so much interrupted. It's because it's kind of raining, then it's like falling ice, kind of snow, and I cannot have my camera out with this kind of weather condition because it's not weatherproof. Oops. After this I'll try to go to a lunch place a friend of mine recommended, but it's on the other side of the city, so I need to really play my cards right so I can make it in time to the airport. But if you know me, it's always like this to the last minute. And yeah, let's check this out. And also I'm trying to avoid all public transports. The only public transport that I used was from the airport to the hostel, and the one that I will use back will be from the hostel to the airport. So you can imagine how much I've been walking the past few days, but I want to keep it this way. But if I really need it, I guess I'll have to break that trip rate. Alright, so right now I'm taking the metro back to the airport. I feel like this is gonna be the end of the vlog. I'll see you in the next episode.